Okay, so what's going on, guys? So I got the incredibly sad news today that Carrie Fisher, the actress who has been in so much stuff, but I think most famously known as Princess Leia, has passed. She, it was a, she had a heart attack. I want to say it was a few days ago is when we first heard all of this, and yeah, just it was just really bad stuff. And I want to just kind of talk about her, talk about just a bunch of things, but mainly I want the video to be centered around her. Now, um, I'm obviously a Star Wars fan. I mean, I just made my Rogue One review yesterday. I just put it up, um, and she really helped shape my childhood. She was a big influence. She definitely was very talented, and she was just there. Star Wars was one of the early things that I adopted as a kid and that I took a great liking to. And I didn't start off with the Phantom Menace and all that. I started with A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and she was one of those characters. She was one of the early female characters that was incredibly independent. I mean, you have the classic cliche movies where the villain is going after the woman or the guy, and the woman is so helpless, and the guy defends her the entire time, and there's always the guy rescuing her, and she's a damsel in distress. That wasn't the thing with Princess Leia. That wasn't the thing at all. She was, I mean, and you would hear the name Princess Leia and think, a princess. She obviously can't defend herself. She has people for that. No, Princess Leia was very dependent, and she was very intuitive, and she was very just strong in general. And she was one of those characters that she didn't need help. She was very capable of doing things on her own, better than most males. And it was just, her character was just so believable and so much different in that time that it's just, her character was so different that when you hear her name, you don't expect that of her. That's how, like, she's so unique and so just amazing. And it's a shame, and I've been seeing people, they've been saying stuff about 2016 is just taking away all the legends. It's doing this and that. And, I honestly, I don't think it's right to blame the year. I feel like at this point, people are just looking for things to complain about. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved Carrie Fisher. I mean, it's so crazy. I literally just seen Rogue One, and that final scene, in this huge spoilers. If you haven't seen Rogue One, you might want to just mute the video for this part or just click away, whatever. Um, I'll probably just I'll put spoilers right down on the screen so you can just mute that part and just continue watching after it goes away. But pretty much there's a scene where they give her the Death Star plans, and Leia said, and one of the rebels, he says, what is this? And she says, hope. And then the screen just cuts. No, it doesn't cut to black from there, but it pretty much, the movie ends pretty much at that point. And I know it was just CGI, it wasn't actually her, but just, I mean, just seeing her just then, and then finding out that she just passed is just so sad. Like, it's such a bombshell that's just dropped on me. I really did not see that coming. And I mean, it's just a part of life, unfortunately. I mean, death is something that is there. It's scary. It's something that's going to happen to every single one of us. I mean, there are a lot of things people can go through life and not do. You can do things differently from me. I can do things differently from you. But at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. And I don't want it to sound depressing, but that is the truth. You're gonna have lots of good times, and you're gonna have lots of bad times. I mean, right now, you might be on top of the world. You might feel like you are the greatest thing ever, and you're an unstoppable bullet that nobody can just even handle. Nobody could touch you. And then you're gonna have days where you feel like complete shit and nothing is going your way. You wish you had someone there for you. You just don't feel like you're worth anything. And that's just how it is. You have ups and downs. And at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. And I mean, it happened to her, and it's really unfortunate. She was only 60. And honestly, that, to me, that is just still too young for her. I mean, I would have at least thought to see her get to 90 or even 100. I mean, and not to mention, she looked damn good for her age. And And she was also in, like I said, she's been in other stuff, not just Star Wars. She's been in Family Guy. She's also a writer and author, all that great stuff. She's just, just an incredible person. And it's really sad how a lot of great people just die. I mean, it's sad. I mean, we have Muhammad Ali. There's a guy at my job recently. I want to say, sorry, my nose is really stopped up. The weather is just kicking my ass. But sorry. Um, we have I had a guy at my job. He passed. He died of a heart attack in his sleep, and it's so crazy because I was just in the same room as him, and then I find out 2 days later that he died, and it was just like, wow, like, it's so crazy how we don't realize how good we have it, and we don't realize how good we have something until it's gone, until it's taken away from us. And it's like, you'll always say to yourself, oh, I wish I could have done this, or I wish I could have done that. And this is advice to everyone out there. You're always going to feel, if you lose someone, and I don't mean just death, if you just, like, someone walks out of your life and you're feeling bad about it, you feel remorse, whatever, and even if someone passes, you'll always say to yourself, I wish I could have done this, or I wish I could have done that. And you'll always think you could have done more, but in reality, you did all you could. And in some cases, yeah, people, they didn't do all they could, and it's just the way it is, but you'll always get that feeling. So don't, like, if you did right, then accept that, embrace that you did right. Because I mean, like I said, you'll always feel like there was more you could have done. You'll always feel like you could have had more time with that person, and you only feel that way because they're gone. And I mean, that's a normal thing to feel that way because you love them and you cherish them, but you'll always feel that. And that's something that I didn't discover till recently. I'm not going to go into my life and give you guys a rundown of what's happened to me, but I soon learned that, like, I mean, there was a certain person in my life who I felt like I could have done more with. I could have been there more. Like that's just a feeling you get. Even though you were there as much as humanly possible, you'll always have that feeling. I mean, I'm pretty sure it will go away, but to have that what I'm saying is, to have that feeling, it's normal. It's there and it's normal, and I guess eventually it will go away, but you'll always feel like you could have done more. You'll always get that feeling. It's the same thing with YouTube videos. You'll spend so much time on a video, and then eventually, you'll come back to it and you'll see all these flaws, and you'll tell yourself, man, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, but you did the best you could, and this is what happened. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes. We're all bound to make mistakes. And my advice to you guys is, if there's someone in your life who's done you wrong or whatever, don't hold it against them, because I mean, you call me crazy, but I cherish good people more than anything in life, honestly. And the reason why I do that is because I feel personally that you need people to do anything in life. Okay? You can sit there and you can be to yourself. You can, you can have no friends, whatever. That's not the way to go. You just can't lock yourself out. You need people to do anything in life. Anything. I don't care what you try to tell me in the comment section. You need people to do anything. I mean, I would like to do I would like to do YouTube for a living. And you know what that's going to take? Support from my subscribers. That's going to take people. That falls in line with what I just said. You are going to need people to do anything in life, and that's just the way it is. I mean, either you accept it or not. It's just a fact. And I mean, yeah, I guess it just is what it is. And back to Carrie Fisher, she was just such a talented and beautiful woman, and she's gone now, and it's just how it is. It's the way of life, and it sucks. It's really fucking shitty, but I mean, like I said, it is what it is. I mean, and it's sad because in the Star Wars, in the Star Wars family, she's the first Skywalker to actually, she's the first well, I mean, it's not her last name, but her, Skywalker blood, family. She's the first Skywalker to go. I mean, we have Hayden Christensen. We have, what was Padme's, actress's name? It escapes me at the moment, but she's still alive. Mark Hamill's still there. James Earl Jones, who's Darth Vader, he's still there. I mean, she's the first of the Skywalker family to go, and I mean, it's It's crazy. And you know, a lot of people are wondering, oh, what's gonna happen with the next Star Wars movie that's coming out this year? You know, or next year, right? Well, pretty much this year. We're almost in 2017. But what's gonna happen, you know, with that movie? And it's like we shouldn't be concerned about that. We lost a great person. Why are you focused on a movie? I mean, that's so crazy. That's like, take for example, what if someone you loved was, I'll take for example, take your mom or something. Let's say your mom was writing a book that I so desperately wanted to read, and let's say she just passed, and I'm like, oh, you know, at her funeral, I'm like, oh, damn. So when is this book gonna get finished? How is it gonna get finished? You see how self-centered that shit sounds? It sounds awful. Like, why are you concerned about a movie when we just lost someone so great? I mean, it's just, great people like that are really hard to come by, and you know, that's why I, you know, it falls in line with what I said before. I just cherish good people because they're so goddamn hard to find. I mean, good people, great people that will stick by your side literally no matter what, are hard people to come by. And when I come by them, I like to cherish them for as long as humanly possible. And I mean, yeah, it just is what it is, you know. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I've been lucky so far. I mean, I'm 22. I'll be 22 in literally almost a month now. Well, 27. Birthday's in January 23rd. But I'll be 22 soon, and I've been lucky because I've never really lost anyone close. I mean, I've lost people, but I've never lost anyone who was tight family. Like immediate family or family that I'm really close with. I mean, I've lost family, but I didn't know them. Like in 2005, my grandfather passed away, and I was only 10 years old, and I didn't know him that well. I mean, I was sad, but I wasn't like distraught or destroyed about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, I've just been lucky. Well, blessed is is how I like to look at it. I haven't lost anyone that close to me, and I know it may sound ignorant to speak on something like this, but I feel like when you do lose someone, it's almost like that pain doesn't go away in some cases. I mean, I guess it does, but for the well, no, I don't even think it goes away. I think it's always there. It's just you learn how to live with it. You learn how to make it manageable to where it doesn't bother you that much, and you know, it's just how it is, man. I mean, it really sucks. She was great. And yeah, she'll be missed. I'm not gonna act like I know her, like, you know, like I know her personally, or I know her like the back of my hand, like we were close friends or something like that. But you know, she was a part of my childhood. She really was, and the fact that she's gone is just really sad. And I mean, yeah, that's just the best way to put it. I know at some point in my life I'll lose someone, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna really hurt, and I'll have to live and keep moving forward. It's just how things are. And you know, to lose someone like her, it's just crazy, man. It just really is crazy. I mean, I remember just watching The Force Awakens last year, and just I didn't know she was in the movie, and when I seen her in the movie, I was like, wow, like I haven't seen her in a film in so long. And you know, yeah, I feel like I'm really starting to rant almost, so I'm gonna just kind of cut the video here. But yeah, you know, she's incredible, and we lost a very, very amazing person. There will never be anyone like her. You know, there'll never be anyone as amazing, as talented, as beautiful, as memorable. I mean, there will be great people to come. I'm not saying that she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, she is, but I'm saying that there will never be a Carrie Fisher again. There will never be someone, we will never get her again, is what I'm saying. Someone that is her. You follow what I'm saying? Like, we'll get great people, of course, down the line. There'll be, you know, people come and go, but we'll never get a Carrie Fisher again. We'll never have her again. And it really sucks and it hurts, but it is what it is. So I'm going to just cut the video here. Thank you so much for watching the video. And yeah, have a great day.